So today we're talking about habits. You know what habits are. We all have them. Habits are those things that we repeatedly do. It's when we're almost like on automatic pilot. We just do it because that's the way that we've always done things. It's an ingrained way of behaving, of turning up. Now, we have habits that can be helpful. We also have habits that can be unhelpful. And when you think of bad habits, you might think of things like binge watching TV shows, eating junk food, not getting enough exercise, sleeping in. And so often they're habits in a personal context. But just as we have bad personal habits, we can also have bad workplace habits. And so if you want to bring your best self to work every day, if you want to get stuff done, be productive, achieve what you need to achieve, can really help to sit back, to stop, to pause, and to challenge yourself. Are you bringing your best self to work every day? And how are your habits helping or hindering you being able to do that? So I'm going to give you 8 bad workplace habits. The challenge that you have, work out which ones of these apply to you. Maybe you do them every day. Maybe it's something that you do every week or so. But are these habits something that's holding you back? So firstly, never having more than a week's leave. We need time off. We need space. We need restorative time. Time when we're going slow and we're not doing a lot. Look, having that long weekend, those quick little breaks during the year, it's really good, but it's not enough. You need a concerted period of space. A week's leave is fantastic. 2 weeks leave is even better. You need essential downtime. It's good not just in terms of giving you that space so you can come back to work feeling really rested and recharged, but it's good for your mental health and well-being. Secondly, are you a meeting junkie? You know the type. You basically spend your entire working day in meetings. You get to work, you start a meeting, you go to another meeting, you run from meeting to meeting the whole way through the day. You don't have time to really get some of the things done that you need to get done. It's really essential to look at your working day, to structure it effectively. You need space for reflection, for thinking, for deep work. And yes, meetings are a part of the working day, but structure your day effectively and be really clear. Do I need to attend this meeting? Can I delegate it to someone else? Is there someone else attending who can represent my views? Do I really need to be in the room? Thirdly, always being late. Now, this was something that was drummed into me from childhood. My mum used to say to me, Michelle, if you keep people waiting, you're saying you are more important than them. Why? Because you're saying that your time is more valuable than them, than their time. When you're late, it's not just about timeliness, it's about meeting deadlines. Are you late for meetings? Are you late with your deliverables? Are you late returning phone calls? When you miss deadlines, you're setting up not just a pattern of tardiness, but you're telling people that you're unreliable, unresponsive. It makes you harder to work with, harder to trust. Next, never getting bored. Now you might be wondering, where does this fit in? Because surely we don't want to get bored at work, but you do need to give your brain time to just occasionally do nothing. We can see boredom as, oh, well, I'm not being efficient, I'm not being productive. But letting your mind wander, to ponder, to actually sit, look out the window, give yourself time to actually just do nothing. That's when new ideas arise. It's in this quiet space that your brain has time to create new connections, to look at things from different perspectives. So where's the quiet time, space in your day? Next, are you making it too hard for yourself? You know, we hear a lot, well, we need to set really big goals. And you know those BHAG goals, the big, hairy, audacious goals. But if the goal is too big, too hard, you actually don't get it done, or you keep putting it off. I'm not suggesting that you don't set stretch targets, that you don't challenge yourself, but what you want to do is make things achievable. Because when you make things achievable, break it down into bite-sized pieces, you're more likely to actually get it done and to achieve something rather than achieve nothing. Next, saying yes too often. It can be really easy to say yes, but are you saying yes to what you want to? Or as someone once said to me, when you're saying yes to yourself, when you're saying yes to someone else, does it mean you're actually saying no to someone else? A crucial part of getting progress, avoiding burnout, is actually saying no. But you can say no nicely. You can say no with confidence. The whole book has been written about the power of a positive no. So get clear. What are the things that really matter? How do I spend my attention and focus on those things so that I can create the space to say no to the things that really don't matter? Next, this is number 6, being the office energy thief. You know that type of person. They can just drag you down. They're the ones that want to bitch and moan and complain all the time. They're the ones that drag everything down to their level. All that does is make you feel bad. And if you're the office energy thief, it's not good for your reputation. People don't want to work with people who are hard to work with, who are negative. And look, you do need to be able to talk about how you feel and express thoughts and challenge. But it's also about being conscious that emotions are contagious. So what's the energy that you're bringing into the room? Are you helping other people? Are you elevating them, lifting them up? Or are you dragging the people around you down? And if you're the office energy thief, it's likely that you're also seen as the gossip. And being a gossip, that's not good for your reputation either. Number 7, always multitasking. We love to believe that we are brilliant at multitasking, trying to get multiple things done at one time and feeling as though you're smashing through your goals. But all multitasking does, and all the research backs this up, it just splits your attention. When we shift from one thing to another really quickly, your brain doesn't like it. It will actually take you longer to get that original task done if you move from task to emails to phone calls to back to task. Our brain's just not wired to work like that. So once again, think about your day. How do you segment? How do you structure your day so that you're working on one thing and one thing only before you move to what's next? And lastly, and there are lots of people who fall into this, just not getting enough sleep. It's really hard to turn up to work and be effective, to get stuff done when you don't get enough sleep. And look, sure, there are absolutely times where it's really hard to get the amount of sleep that you need. When you're sick, when you're caring for children, young babies. But what are your sleep patterns? Do you actually have a regular rhythm, a routine for how you wind down at the end of the day? Do you have electronic devices in your bedroom? Are you working really late at night? The impact of blue screens, all of that sort of stuff impacts how you sleep. Do you have a different sleep pattern in the working week to what you have on the weekend? Once again, the research shows you want regular patterns. When you don't get enough sleep, it impacts your cognitive capacity, your ability to make decisions, to interact with people effectively. So I've shared 8. Now you might have other workplace habits that you know are hindering you, stopping you be as effective as you could be. Love to hear what they are. But the challenge for you is, out of those 8, which ones am I prepared to do something about? It's hard to change 8 habits all at once. And as Charles Duhigg would say, we don't change a habit or break a habit, we replace it. Replace the habit with a new habit that is equal to or greater than the reward that we got from the habit before. So be clear, what's the payoff? What's the reward you're going to get when you put in place new workplace habits? Take care. Have a great week.